Hello, I'm continuing my tasting of the Treehouse Dataset Double IPA experimental series. All different yeasts, same base beer. I've got here number 3. This is the an English ale yeast one, and number 4 they say uses a thiolized yeast. So this English ale yeast they say is a common one that's used with a lot of New England IPAs. So maybe it's London Ale 3. And they say that, yeah, this yeast is somewhat similar to their house blend of yeasts. And then this one, they say it's a thiolized yeast engineered to produce potent tropical esters even before adding hops. So you get a tropical aroma, actually before adding their dry hops or something like that. It's a little unclear, but yeah, it just creates a lot of these tropical sort of qualities even without hops. But of course there's a lot of hops in this too. Exact same hops. American hops in both of these. Hope that was clear. They're 8% alcohol. Number 3 was canned on March 17th, so that is over a month ago, maybe 6 weeks. Very pale. And then number 4 here was canned March 24th, so that's just only a little bit over a month ago. And they're both very pale. But we got number 4 over here, number 3 here. And number 4 looks a little darker, but it might just be the lighting in the glasses. If I hold them up like this, yeah, they're quite similar. Yeah, just the lights is kind of shining off this one more. Heads look pretty good. Some big soapy bubbles, some dense bubbles. And this one smells good. The English ale yeast number 3. It smells like honestly a lot of good New England style double IPAs. It doesn't quite have the Treehouse exact signature, but it's not far off. It's got a little bit of almost a cotton candy sort of thing, not quite banana or bubblegum. And orange juicy for sure. Orange sherbet. Very big on the orange, creamsicle, all that. Every kind of orange. Smells good. And then let's see about this one. Ooh, very different. Wow. Yeah, so the thiols on this are throwing off more of like a sweaty, overripe tropical fruit. It's like real tropical fruit. It's not like in the creamsicle candy like territory as much. Like really ripe pineapple, peach. There's one thing I'm missing in there. They say, I guess guava. Yeah, it just smells like a V8 Splash tropical citrus fruit juice blend. It actually smells really funny. And it's a little bit of a sweaty, dank thing, too. Yeah, it reminds me, I think maybe Sierra Nevada used to use like this in their juicy little thing. Like their like sort of winter, spring, seasonal, juicy IPA. Yeah, this one is more on the creamy candy sort of thing, I'd say. That's good, but it's like seems really sugary sweet. I like it. It's almost like a coconut creamy sort of thing. What do they say? They don't really say much. But it's good. It's just a little bit too much maybe towards the sweet side of things, obviously. Nice body. Easy to drink, maybe not as soft as the regular Treehouse style, but really good. And wow, this just has much more of a ripe, real fresh, juicy fruit sort of thing. Like cutting open a fruit and just smelling all those aromas. Yeah, but the body is smaller. Maybe some more. Yeah, actually, this is cleared up a bit. You can kind of see a shadow of my finger behind there. So that's one thing, is even though this is the fresher one, we've had some more sedimentation, and it's lost sort of the soft mouth feel. And it almost seems like it seems like it's a little bit more, a teeny bit more acidic, and but it's that kind of adds to the juicier experience. Like this is maybe more summertime thing. I guess this one is good, but it's just quite sweet. No, I think these should be. I guess they might vary in their final gravity, but they all started with the same amount of sugar as the same uh, grain bill. This one's not as full of a flavor, and that's what I noticed from number one and two. Number one was their house yeast, and it had a full, sweet sort of flavor, soft, easy to drink. And then number two was like a different kind of thiolized yeast that focuses on the thiols, and the thiols can bring out some really cool, intense fruit combos, but that seems to just not make as soft of a beer. This one, yeah, is the youngest one I've had yet, and it's the least hazy. And somehow it just maybe seems a little bit sharper, more medicinal. I still like this one. Number two, I didn't really like at all. One, maybe still the best. Yeah. Oh, actually, I don't know if I'm going all for number three because it's just a little too sweet, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'd be easier to drink this. Over the course of sipping this, it would get a little more bitter. I'm getting more earthy notes and some more spice to counteract all the creamy, sweet candy citrus. Whereas maybe this one would get a little too sharp and seem more medicinal and boozy at the end of it. It's really a cool taste. If it is a candy sort of thing, it's like rainbow sherbet. It's like everything. It's like fruit punch. It's like fruit punchy. Fruit punch, V8 splash. Just so many different fruits. It's really complex. It might be more complex than this one, but this might be a softer, easier drinking experience. You can see the lacing's a little better. I don't know, this glass maybe was a little dirty, but I don't know, you can see the head is a little nicer. That could have to do with this, the beer not falling out, the haze not falling out. I feel a little better about this series because after number one, their house yeast being way better than number two, is like, oh, are the rest of them just gonna kind of suck? But no, these are really good. But maybe I go for number three. So going for one that's more like the classic treehouse style, and maybe that is just what works with their base recipe, and just the way their brew house works. But that's it. Bye.